What's the difference between I need to freshen up, I need to wash up? Should you say this problem may recur? This problem may reoccur. There are many confusing words in English that students often use incorrectly. Let's fix that. Today you'll learn how to use these 21 confusing but very common English words. Welcome back to JForrest English. Of course, I'm Jennifer. Now let's get started. First, let's talk about all the and the whole. I hear a lot of mistakes with this pair. Jennifer, I promised to watch video. Which one do you need? Jennifer, I promised to watch the whole video, and hopefully you'll make that promise.
Did you watch the whole game?
We use the whole with singular countable nouns like video. But let's review this sentence. Jennifer, I've watched all the videos you've made. We use all the plus plural. What about this sentence? Jennifer, thank you for guidance, help, and support. Which one do you need? Jennifer, thank you for all the guidance, help, and support. Is that what you said? We also use all the with uncountable nouns. Guidance, help, and support are uncountable. Now, all the and the whole, they're determiner phrases and they're used to refer to the entirety of something. But don't say all the book was boring. Say the whole book was boring, the entire book. I ate the whole cookies. Well, we have a plural. I ate all the cookies. Or I ate the whole cookie if you want to stick with a singular cookie. And don't say I studied all the day. This is a common mistake I hear. Say I studied the whole day, night, or weekend. Let's see how you do with this quiz. Students who watch lesson will be rewarded with a free lesson PDF. Which one do you need? Did you say all the students because it's plural and countable? The whole lesson, singular and countable. And you will be rewarded, so you can download the free lesson PDF. The link is in the description. Now let's review recur and reoccur. This is one that confuses natives. My Netflix bill every month. Did you say recurs? And did you get that S? Because they're both verbs, so you need to conjugate it with my Netflix bill, which is it. It recurs every month.
A recurring dream.
Recur is a verb. It means to happen again, repeatedly or periodically. So you can think of it as a pattern. Every month you get that bill. It's a pattern. Now you could also say, let's hope this bug doesn't reoccur. Reoccur is also a verb. Now it means to happen again, but not as a pattern, just to happen again. You might say, I have this recurring pain in my shoulder whenever I play tennis. Now, the pain happens again and again like a pattern. It doesn't just happen again, it happens as a pattern. So don't say my migraines reoccur every week. As soon as you say every week, it sounds like a pattern. So say my migraines recur every week. But you can absolutely say the power outage reoccurred after the storm. This simply means it happened again, but it's not going to keep happening like a pattern, hopefully. Or someone might say to you, if the error reoccurs, happens again, call tech support. So this just means if it happens again. Let's try this quiz. Small glitches may after the update, but true bugs will often until the patch is released. The first one sounds like it might happen again, but not as a pattern, so may reoccur. But the second one sounds like it will be a pattern. So bugs will often recur, happen again and again and again. Now let's review such as and as such. Here's the quiz. Some fruits, oranges and apples, are high in vitamin C. Ooh, did you get this one? Such as oranges and apples.
Such as ourselves.
Such as is used to introduce examples. Oranges and apples, that was the example. As such is an adverbial phrase, and it means in that capacity or because of that. I'm a teacher, and as such, as a teacher, in that capacity as a teacher, I spend most days preparing lessons for my students. Or you can say the device is experimental. As such, because the device is experimental, as such, it comes with warnings. Now, keep in mind that in both of these sentences, as such can be removed entirely and the sentence is still grammatical. Let's review this sentence. Some cities, such as New York, are easier to get around without a car. Or you can put such as at the very end. Some cities are easier to get around without a car, such as New York. So the meaning between these two is distinct. They're not the same at all, but they look similar, so it's easy to confuse the word order. Let's review the quiz. Certain careers, law and medicine, require years of study, and they are not easy to enter. Well, law and medicine were examples, such as law and medicine, and then we're talking about a result because of. As such, they're not easier to enter. So both of these can make your sentence sound more advanced, but make sure you don't confuse that order. Now let's review wash up and freshen up. Here's the quiz. You were just playing in the dirt. Please, before dinner. Oh, which one? Please wash up before dinner.
Go wash up.
Wash up is a phrasal verb and it means to wash your hands. So if you say you were playing in the dirt, it sounds like your hands will be dirty and you want clean hands before you eat. Now, wash up can also be used to clean your face, but really, I think it's more commonly used to mean clean your hands. Wash your hands. Freshen up, on the other hand, is also a phrasal verb, but it's more inclusive. It means to quickly tidy or groom oneself to feel refreshed. So I might say to my husband, I'm almost ready for our romantic date. Just give me 5 minutes to freshen up. So before we leave the house, I'm going to fix my hair, I'm going to redo my lipstick, I'm going to make sure I don't have anything in my teeth. Those are all part of the activities I do when I freshen up. Now, I may wash my hands when I freshen up. It just depends if my hands feel dirty or not. Wash up is most commonly used before meals. I just need to wash up before dinner. And this means wash your hands. Just make sure you do not say, I just need to wash up my hands. Don't add my hands. I just need to wash up, or I just need to wash my hands. That's the verb wash. So in this sentence, you wash something, but with wash up, you don't add the object. Now let's try this quiz. I understand you needed to, but why are you? It's just your parents coming over for dinner. Now grammatically, these are interchangeable, but I tried to give you a sentence where the context, the meaning, only fits one. So I understand you needed to wash up, wash your hands. But why are you freshening up? Why are you redoing your hair, redoing your lipstick? is just your parents. Your parents don't care if you're wearing lipstick or not. And of course, if you're a guy, you have other ways of freshening up. You probably put on cologne. Maybe you comb your beard or trim your beard. I don't know what guys do. Just think of whatever you do to freshen up. Now let's review maybe and maybe. Ooh, does this confuse you? They are not the same. Here's the question. A good idea to call first and check availability. It may be. 2 words.
I may be right. I may be wrong.
Maybe as 1 word is an adverb. It's the same as perhaps. May be as 2 words is the modal verb may and the base verb be. And may be is also used for possibility. But you can't say he may be at home. You must say maybe he's at home or he's at home maybe. Or you can say he may be at home. But you cannot say maybe he is at home. You can tell by the sentence structure. We have a subject and then a verb. So subject plus modal verb may, and then you can add on the base verb be. Now, I was saying may be and adding that space just to help you identify that as 2 words, but there is no pronunciation difference in spoken English. So in spoken English, maybe sound exactly the same. Let's try this quiz. It's a good idea to check the schedule because delayed. You can tell from the word order. As soon as you see because he, you know you need a verb because he may be delayed. And then to start a sentence, you wouldn't start with a verb. So the first one is maybe it's a good idea. Now let's review may and can in this specific context. Here's the quiz. You help me. There's only one way to complete this. Can you help me?
Can you help me?
Now, may is a modal. It's used for permission or possibility. Can is a modal, which is used for permission or ability. May is the polite form of can with request. That's what you're taught, and that's what I was taught as a child. As a child, I was taught to say, may I go to the bathroom? Because children have to request permission to do things. But of course you can say, can I go to the bathroom? But we're taught as children that may is more polite. But here's what you need to know. May is only used for polite requests with I, we subjects. So you cannot say, although I hear students say this, you cannot say, may you help me. May she help me. May they help me. But you can absolutely say, may I help Johnny with the art project. Now, I gave you an example that sounds like children in a classroom because, like I said, children are taught to use may for polite requests. As an adult, I do not use may for polite requests. I use can or could or other phrases for requests in professional situations or any situation. As an adult, I say, can I help out with the project? Or if I want to sound a little more formal, I would say, could I help out with the project? I would not say may as an adult. But thinking of children asking for permission, here's the quiz. I go outside and Sarah join me. Well, remember, may is used with the subjects I, we. May I go outside and can Sarah, she, join me? Let's review line and lane in the context of driving. As a new driver, I get nervous every time I change on the highway. I get nervous every time I change lanes on the highway.
Now you're gonna wanna slowly switch lanes.
Line is a noun, and in the context of driving, it's used to represent a row or a boundary. You can ask, am I in the lines? If you're parking. Now, notice I said, am I in the lines? We use this to mean, is my car in the lines? But we often just use ourselves as the subject. Or you might say they need to repaint the lines. Maybe it's the middle divider line or it's the side lines. Now, a lane is a division of a road for a single line of vehicles. So you might complain, this lane is moving so slowly. Or you might say, I can't change lanes, it's too busy. Or I need to get into the far right lane to exit. Or you can ask, is there a bike lane on this trail? So you can use it for bicycles or other purposes as well. Here's the quiz. I can't even tell if I'm in my, because the are so faded. If I'm in my lane, because the lines are so faded. Now let's review 30 day and 30 days. I just finished a soup diet. Which one? A 30-day soup diet.
30-day challenge.
When you have a number, dash, and then day, it could be something else, week, month, year. This functions as an adjective and it describes the noun. I just finished a 30 days soup diet is incorrect. You need the number plus day without the S, and it's always singular because adjectives don't have plural form. But you can absolutely say, I was on a soup diet for 30 days. So when you have number plus days, this is a noun phrase and it describes the duration. Now, noun phrases are singular or plural depending on the duration. I was on vacation for 1 day, no S. I was on vacation for 7 days with the S. And here the sentence structure is noun plus the duration. Or you can say, I was on a vacation, a 1-day vacation, a 7-day vacation. So here you need the article, the adjective 1 day, 7 day, and then the noun. So here's the quiz. Which one do you need? The warranty is valid for, but we have a special plan for only $10. Well, as soon as you see for, you know you need the duration for 30 days. But we have a plan, a 1-year plan. Now let's review Real and Really. That film was eye-opening. That film was really eye-opening.
That's really good.
So real is an adjective. It means genuine, actual, true. Really is an adverb, and it means very or actually. So it intensifies the verb or the adjective. Now, to be eye-opening, this is when new information or an event, and it causes you to think differently. Sometimes natives will say that film was real good. Technically, this is incorrect, but it's commonly used by natives in informal speech. So if you hear it, just know that is technically incorrect, and you should say that film was really good because you want the adverb to modify the adjective. You can say that was really surprising. Adverbs modify verbs or adjectives. Or that was a surprise, a real surprise. Adjectives modify nouns. Here's the quiz. It was nice of you to send me flowers. You are a friend. A friend, I know I need an adjective. A real friend. It was really nice of you. Now let's review me, myself, and I. Here's the quiz question. I set up for failure by going out late the night before my big presentation. I set myself up.
Pushing myself, wearing myself out.
But you can say learning English sets me up for success because me is an object pronoun. In this case, the subject and object are not the same. The action happens to the object, not the subject. But if you say, I set myself up for success by learning English, myself is a reflexive pronoun. The subject and object are the same. The action happens to the subject. What do you think about this sentence? Me and Sarah will handle it. Is this correct or incorrect? It's incorrect. Me is an object pronoun, but the sentence requires a subject pronoun, I. But you must say Sarah and I will handle it. You cannot say I and Sarah will handle it. I always comes last with more than one subject. What about this one? Please send the file to John and I. What do you think? Is this correct or incorrect? It's incorrect. You need please send the file to John and me. The object receives the action. What do you think of this one? Myself and the team finished the project. Is this correct or incorrect? It's incorrect. You can say the team and I finished the project. The sentence requires a subject pronoun. How about this quiz? Mark and schedule the meeting, but please send the final agenda to only. And if no one else can finalize it, I'll do it. Well, hopefully this is easy for you. I'll do it myself. The subject and the object are the same. I'll do it myself. Send the final agenda to only me. I'm receiving the action. It's the object pronoun. And hopefully you knew it was Mark and I. That should be easy. It's the subject pronoun. Think of all the confusing words that you've mastered. Do you want me to keep helping you improve your knowledge of these confusing words? If you do, put let's go, put let's go in the comments. And of course, make sure you like this lesson, share it with your friends, and subscribe so you're notified every time I post a new lesson. And you can get this free speaking guide where I share 6 tips on how to speak English fluently and confidently. You can click here to download it or look for the link in the description. And here's another one I know you'll love. Watch it now.